Father, we're so grateful for the Second Amendment that is alive in this great land. A land that you have blessed, a land which you have inspired by the founding fathers, who have prepared such an incredible legacy of freedom, responsibility, and God-centered values.
You know, and while building all the quality products, I think one thing that is important to everyone is responsible gun ownership. And this company promotes that. It promotes that, and even as you said at the prayer, it promotes Second Amendment rights. And I think the company itself is to be commended for how it does business and the quality of products that it has. We are very happy to have you here in Pike County. So thank you very much, and we will help you in any way that we can. God bless you all.
But Justin kept his promises too. He said, we're going to build something very, he wouldn't use the word magnificent because that's not who he is. He's a very humble man. But he said, we're going to build something very nice. Something that you and the people of your county will all be proud of. Something that you've probably never seen before in Pike County, but something that I think I can bring to you. And that's exciting for all of us here today, because when we look at this building, we look at all your employees and how gracious they all are, and we look at this magnificent building and this display, we know that you really committed yourself to being here. And that's exciting not only from the Second Amendment side, but from the manufacturing side.
Good afternoon. Good to see so many of our friends here. Thank you for coming out to celebrate the opening of the Tommy Gun Warehouse. I'd like to acknowledge the senators, the representatives, and all the VIPs present. I know you have very busy schedules, and I really appreciate your time to support us here. The grand opening of this building occurred last year on August 11th. We gathered here, celebrated, and thanked God and the many people who helped make it happen. We promised to open our retail store then, and today we are opening the Tommy Gun Warehouse. If you wanted to buy a gun, we would be happy to sell you one. I want to thank our staff, particularly Kevin and Lowell, who designed and built the store's layout and the fixtures. They did a really good job. I also want to thank my wife, G.A., the mother of our 7 children. Each day I thank God that I moved to the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, where people love their guns and their liberties. I'm grateful that I can sell and own semi-automatic ARs and 30-round magazines. I'm honored to be able to walk in the footsteps of our founders by exercising my right, our right to bear arms. Our founders understood that our inalienable rights come from our Creator and reside within us. That is why they wrote the Constitution that restrained the powers of government so that we can be free in our lives to pursue happiness as we see fit. It is the exercise of these rights that makes us uniquely American. Just a few days ago, I was privileged to hear Judge Napolitano speak at the Chamber of Commerce meeting at the Silver Birches. He talked about the frightful infringement of our rights to due process in the Patriot Act. Apparently, agents of the FBI can have another agent write a warrant for themselves, and according to the law, a person receiving the warrant is prohibited from speaking to any other person, including an attorney, about the warrant he has received under the threat of arrest. If this is not tyranny, I do not know what tyranny is. I'm reminded of a few quotes from our forefathers. Good intentions will always be pleaded for every assumption of authority. It is hardly too strong to say that the Constitution was made to guard the people against the dangers of good intentions. There are men in all ages who mean to govern well, but they mean to govern. They promise to be good masters, but they mean to be masters. Daniel Webster. But a constitution of government once changed from freedom can never be restored. Liberty once lost is forever lost. John Adams, 1775. What country can preserve its liberties if its rulers are not warned from time to time that the people preserve the spirit of resistance? Let them take arms. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Thomas Jefferson, 1787. I hope and pray that during these troubled times and tumultuous presidential election cycle, that we can be mindful of our forefathers and consider their words and admonitions. I hope and pray that we will have the strength and fortitude to elect a president who will champion our liberties, even though we may, as individuals, lose some privileges or advantages in the law. It is my opinion that we must elect a president that will absolutely defend and expand the right to bear arms by appointing judges to the Supreme Court who are ideologically equivalent, the late Anthony Scalia. I hope that we can all agree that Hillary Clinton should never be the President of the United States. Before my father passed, he said God's kingdom would be an orderly world where people govern themselves by heavenly way and heavenly laws, with no need for lawyers, prosecutors, or even judges. Sun Myung Moon Peace Messages. With that in mind, thank you for your time and attention. God bless the USA, and please buy some guns and ammo.
Firearms and the shooting sports contribute to such a big part of my life, and still do. So many of my friends that built Grillies, and everybody, Dave and Kaufman, and so many people I know around here know so well. It's a big, big part of my life. In fact, the other day I was interviewed by the NRA, and I actually said it's one of the reasons in shooting sports that we stayed on the straight and narrow as kids. We got up really early, we shot, we enjoyed, competed in trap and ski, rifles and everything else my entire life, and it's just something I love. And that kept me distracted and kept me from going down other paths that were a lot more detrimental to youth, and I really attribute a lot to the shooting sports. This election for every gun owner is a huge thing, right? And it really will be the difference between having our Second Amendment freedoms versus not having our Second Amendment freedoms. It's just that simple. The Supreme Court is absolutely everything. For great American manufacturers, it's also the same thing. I mean, you see what's happening over the last 15, 20 years in this country. Since 2000, we've lost 1/3 of our manufacturing jobs in the United States. We don't make anything here anymore. That's why Justin deserves a tremendous, tremendous round of applause.
Justin, what are all of your brands? It's Kahr,
We have
Auto Ordnance.
Kahr, Auto Ordnance, Thompson, Desert Eagle, Magnificent.
Oh, great.
We're doing the sequence. We started with administration, and then we found a shop.
My daughter now is working.
How far away do you live?
I live in Kahr.
Oh, there.
I got a nice view